Hello and welcome to Beyond the Plate with Carol, where we will explore food and a little beyond. So come along with me on this journey and see what we uncover. We are back in the studio at the Beacon, 814 Elm Street. I'm so excited because today I have a repeat guest. And honestly, when she reached out and said she wanted to come back and give people an update, I was like, yes, absolutely, let's do it. Sue Pappalardo, a.k.a. Auntie's Italian Kitchen. Welcome back.
Thank you so much for having me. When I thought about it, I thought, so much has happened in 1 year.
Yeah.
And wouldn't it be nice to talk with you about it and tell you, this is where we came from. This is what I learned. This is what I loved. This is what I've changed. Because it's such an evolution.
Yes.
Constantly. Every time we go out in the truck, I learn something new.
Totally. I love it. I love it. So, last time you were in your first year, like you just said, you had kind of just gotten it going, right?
Just started.
Yeah. You've got a full season under your belt. Mm-hmm. So what does it feel like in, beginning year 2? Fill me in. What has happened?
Well, the year was so exciting because there was so much to do. So much to learn, so many events, so many people. And every time it was better and better. I've never, ever worked. I love this. So it doesn't feel like work at all. And it's the first time in my life that I've had a job that's not a job.
Isn't that the best feeling?
It absolutely is. And I must admit now, I wish I had done it many years before.
Well, that's okay. You can't go backwards. You can only go forward.
And I take all that experience with me. And that's the best part. Being where I am in life, having worked the jobs I've worked, the different types of jobs, companies, my skill set, it's just gotten better and better and better. And now to get to apply that all to myself and my family. Having my family there, I think really is the best part.
Right. Your grandkids.
Actually, my nephews.
Your nephews. Okay, yes.
My husband and my brother.
Yeah.
And we do it together every time. And we each have what we love the most. And we each get to do it because there's always somebody else that can pick up something else. And it's wonderful. I didn't realize, I listen to them, but now I really listen to them when I hear them with the customers.
Yeah.
And I hear them outside of the truck because I'm inside. And, I go out as well to mingle with the customers, but they do it more often than I do. And I listen to them, and I have to tell you, it fills my heart.
Aw.
This is my auntie, and, she cooks all of this food, and it's so delicious, and wait till you try it, and, just boasting about me and how much they love me and what a great job it is and how much fun we have.
That's so beautiful.
I don't think you can ask for more than that.
Yeah. That's wonderful. So tell me, what has happened? Have you started your schedule yet?
I have gone out once already, and it was for the Ladies Lodge in Lawrence, and it's an Italian women's group that I belong to, and they were having their meeting at the Heritage Park in Lawrence, right on Jackson Street. And it's a beautiful old building that they've refurbished, and there's so many interesting things in it, and they have their meeting up on the 3rd floor. So I was talking to Elaine, who's the president, and she explained, she said, how about if we have you come with the truck? So I said, all right, great.
Yeah.
Because, normally there's some type of luncheon and they have something brought in normally. So I said, okay. So I brought the truck. I let them pre-order. And it's so hysterical because that's a group of cooks. Those women, they can cook. They're all Italian women.
Ooh, cooking for Italian women. That might have been a little scary.
You know what? It was a little scary, but I said, you know what? I'll learn.
There you go.
I will learn so much from this. And the best part, they loved everything.
Aww.
They just loved it. And it's so funny because when you cook, you know what's easy to cook and what's hard to cook. Mm-hmm. Most of them ordered the eggplant parm. Why? Because eggplant is so much work. Who wants to make it? Right?
That's true when you think about it.
It's a lot of work, and they loved it. And it was it was so cold that day. It was supposed to be sunny and 60-something degrees. It was raining, sleeting. The wind was and it was like 30 degrees. I was like, oh gosh. So what we did was, as they came to the door, they would come to the truck and order. Then they would go inside and go upstairs. They would have their number. we would make the food, and one of my nephews would bring it up to them.
Oh, nice.
So they loved that. You know, they loved that being catered to part. And my nephews were hysterical. My nephew Luca says, "Me, Auntie." He goes, "Those women are tough." He goes, "They're just like you, Auntie." I said, "I know, just a little bit older." He said, "Yeah." And I thought that was wonderful because he could recognize all the characteristics in them, and of course, being polite, and they just ate it up. So it really, really went very well. And they're such a great group because they are the kind of women that they want to lift you up every time.
Aww.
Every time, with the "thank you for coming. This was great. So happy for you." All of that, and that's really the stuff in life that makes it.
It is.
It really does it. That does it.
Yeah. So Peter's Farm in Salem, that's where you were last year.
Yeah.
So is that still going to be your spot?
We're going to be going back again. But what we'll do is that'll be, instead of more of sometimes it'll be a mainstay, but sometimes it'll be a fill-in because I've been booking so many events. And because from last year, I realized, I booked all the events we did last year. I'm already signed up for all of those. And I've added a whole bunch of new ones. And I'm so excited because people have approached me because they saw the truck or they came by or somebody told them they had a sandwich and they couldn't believe how good it was. And so now I've branched out into the community because people tell people and then they say, "Well, could you do our event?" Absolutely. And, so I've signed up for even more.
So, okay, people know where they can find you.
Yep.
Like, they're maybe listening and they're like, where can I find Auntie's Kitchen? Where you're going to be on what such and such day? Where can they find you?
Our calendar will all be on our website, and it'll tell you where we are week to week. Our very first weekend of being out is going to be the first weekend of May. And on that Friday night, we're going to be at the VFW in North Andover. Now, that's a brand new event for us. And once again, the gentleman running the VFW was talking to one of the ladies from the Italian club. And she said, "Oh, you have to have Susan come here. This would be wonderful." So he reached out to me. She called me and said, "You have to call him." Of course, she told me it that way. And I did. And I did call him. And I went and met him on Tuesday. Very, very nice gentleman. Mike Wilson. We set up my first day there is going to be May 1st. It's on a Friday. And we're going to do 4 to 7. And then moving forward, he wants to have Friday night food trucks where he has a different truck every Friday night. He has the 4 trucks in line that he'd like to have. And then on the 4th of July, whenever the town is going to celebrate the fireworks, have all of us there.
Oh, fun.
And that'll just be a great event.
And, haven't you noticed, I know I definitely have noticed, and I'm sure you have, food trucks now they're so popular.
Absolutely. And the fact that everybody has something different is even better.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. Why do you think that is? Why do you think they're becoming so popular?
Well, I think what people are realizing is, first of all, the food is good. And I think the connotation of a food truck, like, what am I going to get, greasy, whatever, it's not like that anymore.
That's true.
This is really good food, only it's being served out of a truck. I mean, really, it's really the thing. I mean, it's homemade food. It's good food. All of that.
Yeah.
So that's Friday night, May 1st. Okay. May 2nd, we have a car show in Salem on Keewaydon Drive. And it's a show that we did last year. And he booked us for 6 Saturdays, the first Saturday of every month from now until October.
Nice.
So we'll be there. And then on Sunday, we have the soccer opening for Salem, the youth soccer.
Okay.
And that's going to be at Michelle Park.
Fun.
Now, last year, we did their tournament, their last event of the year, and we had a blast. We had so much fun. And that's the other thing. All these things, we have so much fun when we go. It's amazing. I mean, it really is.
You're having the time of your life.
Exactly.
And you're with your family and you're doing what you love.
And and no matter how hard I work, it doesn't even feel like work. Right. It doesn't feel like, I can't. There's none of that.
That's the best part.
It really is. Yeah. It really is. But I really think it's the path to get there. It's the age you are. It's what you've learned along the way. That's what gets you to that feeling.
Right. Now, in our last conversation, you talked about your dream was to eventually jar and sell your dad's sauce.
Yeah.
So
I did
where are you at with that?
Experimented with it over the winter, making the batches of sauce. And I came up with this idea, a friend of mine and I, because he loves my meatballs. And he said, why don't you put a meatball in the jar of sauce?
What a great idea.
Yes. And he goes, but don't say there's a surprise. Don't really necessarily say there's a meatball in there.
That's like a neat idea.
And when they go to do the sauce, there's a meatball in there.
I freaking love that.
Who doesn't like to looking for a meatball and you find one in the sauce in the container in the fridge? Everybody loves it.
Oh my gosh. I think that is so cool. I'm marking where we just said that because that is I love that.
Yeah,
I love that.
It is good.
That is cool.
It was a great idea.
So are you?
So I haven't begun to sell it yet. I have to really begin to approach different entities to see if they'll put it on their shelves or sell it at their store or the farm or wherever.
You could even do it at one of your events and just have a few jars and see how it goes and see what the response is.
Exactly.
I want one of those jars. I love that. That is,
I thought that was a great idea.
I love it. I think it's so cool.
Yep.
That is really cool. Okay, so let's see. Any new additions to the menu?
Absolutely.
Okay,
I have listened to my customers. They all want rice balls. Rice balls.
Arancini?
Yeah.
Okay.
Now, see, I grew up calling them rice balls.
Okay.
A lot of people, they call them arancini.
And there's different variations of them, isn't there?
Yeah. I grew up eating rice balls with a little bit of chicken and sauce inside.
I know, I've never had one like that.
1 or 2 peas. And then, the rice balls cooked and then they put in the container, break the top and put sauce on it.
Oh, interesting.
Everyone had it differently.
Yeah. I never heard of them with chicken in it, though.
Yeah, just white meat chicken. Yeah. The ones I'm making are with cheese, mozzarella inside.
Oh.
The rice is flavored with the Parmigiano Romano. Very tasty. Very, very tasty. I made the little ones and the big ones. I tried them out with the ladies. They like the little ones.
I think I like the little ones too.
The big ones are too much.
They are too much.
That rice is very filling. And once you eat that, you're done.
It's true. I agree with that. I agree. So anything else?
My meat pie is going to be a constant on the truck. When I had the meat pie at Feast of St. Alfio, I sold out all day. I had it every time I heated another one up, it sold immediately. So they love the meat pie. And my dad, we called that sketcha.
Now, meat pie, is that I'm thinking of it, I'm French, so pork pie?
It's made with ground pork, but the pork is coarse, not fine. It's like sausage.
Oh, okay.
And it has mushrooms, olives, whole tomato, salt, pepper, the pork, and then provolone cheese. But the provolone cheese, the imported one that has the bite to it. And then, you make your filling. I let my filling cool off before I put the cheese in because I don't want the cheese to melt. And then I make a crust for the bottom, fill it, crust on the top, bake it, cut it into squares. It's really delicious. It's something that you can actually eat cold and it tastes just as...
Yeah, I bet.
It's really, really
Because
good.
even the pork pie I can eat cold.
Yeah.
At the diner, we do it with eggs too.
Oh, nice.
We even do a pork pie eggs Benny.
Oh, nice. Yeah.
But yeah.
So the meat pie, eggplant parm, constant, not a special anymore because of how much everyone loves it.
So it's a staple all the time now.
It's a staple all the time now.
And the Italian ladies approved it.
Oh, they did. And that's not an easy crowd for eggplant parm.
Now, you told me Italian chop was your personal favorite. Is that still? Has anything kind of replaced that?
Nothing's replaced it. Although I do think that in a meat pie would be a better... Well, and in addition to the sandwich, I think putting the same filling in a meat pie that you cook would be just as good. Some people call that, for Easter, just passed. And a lot of Italian people make what they call pizzagina. And it's with eggs.
I've heard that, yes.
With eggs and the cold cuts and the seasonings. And you put it in a crust and you make it, you make it around.
Isn't that a certain time of year too,
Easter,
now, right?
Yeah. Right at Easter. Yeah.
Do you know Lisa from Rigatoni's?
I do not.
Ah.
I bet she made it.
She did. I just saw her. I saw one of her reels and she was doing pizzagina. Yeah.
And pizzagina, that's another one of those competitive things. Whose pizzagina is better than the other?
Really?
Oh, yeah. Yeah. So,
interesting.
Yeah. So I thought because the chop really, except for you could put the roasted peppers, but.
Explain to people what the Italian chop is.
Sure. The Italian chop is Italian cold cuts. It's salami, mortadella, cabagolo.
So kind of like an Italian.
Italian sub. but it's chopped up like a salad.
See, I love that.
And I love too, because I don't like biting into a sandwich.
Me too.
Big meat sandwich. I don't like that. But you chop all those ingredients up and you fill a sandwich. It's delicious.
Yum. Oh my gosh, I love that.
So I think putting that in the dough would be a good idea as well.
Yeah, definitely.
And it's different than a calzone. A calzone, unless you make them individual, they're hard to eat because they're open on both sides once you get past the end. And they can be messy and you need something to put them in.
Sure.
The meat pie, you cut into squares. And you can eat the square right out of a piece of, like you wrap it in foil halfway and it's easy to pick up and eat.
Right. I love that. So walk people, for someone that hasn't, walked up to Auntie's Italian Kitchen, by the way, this is who we're talking to, Susan Pappalardo. Auntie's Italian Kitchen, pretty much based out of Salem.
Yes.
And surrounding areas and events. You can check them out. What are your socials?
www.auntiesitaliankitchen.com. That's our website.
And then you must be on Facebook.
And on Facebook and Instagram.
Beautiful.
And, our email is contact@auntiesitaliankitchen.com. And I'm trying to think of any other changes. So I added some of the specials that become staples, added the rice balls, and then also the meatball sandwiches. Everyone has this thing lately of instead of putting the meatballs in a sub and you eat it like that, hollowing out the dough, like cut the dough in half, the roll in half.
The sub roll.
Cut in half, take out the middle, put the meatballs inside, and then you can just hold it and eat it. It's a great idea.
That's cool. But how would you hollow that out? That would be hard, no?
Well, no, just take out the dough. Just like if you take a roll and you cut the tip off.
Oh, okay. Yes.
And then just take out the inside.
That's kind of cool.
It's nice because it's easy to eat.
Right.
You can walk around and eat that. That's not a problem. Yeah.
Okay, so if I had asked you on your first episode, where do you want Aunties to be in 2 years? What do you think you would have said?
Well, I think I would have said I want it to be sustaining itself. I want to be able to make a living. And I want to continue to enjoy it. Because as soon as I stop enjoying it, I don't want to do it.
Right.
But I can't imagine I will, to be perfectly honest. I mean, the worst thing to me is when we have a slow day. And I'm just kind of just in the truck, like, waiting for customers. But this year I've booked us so much that I've really taken every event that I could. We've never been to North Andover before, and we're going to be there at the VFW and also the sheep shearing.
Oh,
a huge event there. We're going to be doing that as well. And a really nice thing that they do is they, of course, have a bunch of trucks. But if people have duplicate items, whoever comes on board first, they get to keep it. The person that comes next cannot sell that duplicate item.
That's fair.
I think that's very fair.
I think so too.
I absolutely agree.
Yeah.
And, we're going to be back in Sandown for 3 different events, the Oktoberfest, the Old Home Days, and the Tootaloo music festival. I booked I'm waiting to hear back from Derry because they have a fishing derby. And then they also have a Old Town Days or...
Oh, probably. A lot of the towns do that. But that's always fun.
So, yeah, and that's an area we've never been to before. So that'll be nice as well. So I've just tried to book us out more. And we're going to be at the Feast of St. Alfio all 3 days this year. We laughed so much all day. We were only there one day because I was already booked the other days somewhere else. So we were only there on Sunday.
Okay, but now you'll be there
We'll be there the whole weekend. And I'm sure that'll be a really, really good time because having grown up in Lawrence, gone to Holy Rosary, my whole everything, I saw so many people that I went to grammar school, high school.
How fun is that?
It was a blast. It was an absolute
And then you're
blast.
feeding them.
Exactly.
And they're happy. I mean, who isn't happy when you're being fed good Italian food, right?
Exactly. Puts a smile on your face.
Definitely. So you work with family.
Yep.
Your nephews, your husband, your brother.
Yep.
How is that? I mean, it sounds like it goes really well.
It really does. We're all very direct with each other. So there's never this underlying, you didn't like this, I didn't like that. There's none of that. None of that. And, that comes from my mother. My mother would never let you... you're mad. Oh, I'm mad at Mary Lou, my sister. Or I'm mad at my brother. She said, well, that's your brother. That's your sister.
That's right.
They're going to be
Get over
the rest of your life. Let's stop this nonsense. And that was all she had to say, truly. And I think I've just carried it forward. And we get along fine. Plus, we all know who likes to do what,
Right.
who excels at what. And it's better to have somebody do something they enjoy than something they don't.
Exactly.
So my nephew, Luca, he loves to interact with the people. He likes to go do the pickup and the drop.
How old is
and all
Luca?
that. Luca is 22.
Okay.
Domenic is 24. He likes working inside.
Great.
Yeah. He likes working inside the truck. And they both go to school. They both have full-time jobs. They're pursuing their careers. But in the summer,
They help Auntie.
they help out, which is great. My brother he is out front taking the orders. I have to say, he just makes me laugh so much. And I listen to him. I can with
picture
the
it.
people. And he's like, somebody will come up to order a sandwich and they'll say, oh, I have a chicken parm. He'll go, you want extra cheese with that? Like he's eating it. I mean, it's just so funny. Like he's going to share the sandwich. And people love that. I love watching my husband. My husband's very quiet. Him and I are complete opposites. But when he's out there for the truck, oh, he's Mr. Socialite.
Oh,
He talks to everybody. Oh, this is my wife. She makes everything. Oh, you got to try those meatballs. Oh, my favorite is the chicken. I love the chicken cutlets. And, he just on and on and on. And I think because I'm in the truck and I can see them and hear them if I put my head out close enough, that's when I really fell in love with, this is so awesome. Like, listen to them.
I'm like all warm and fuzzy, Susan.
Yeah, no, I have to tell you, it makes me warm and fuzzy too. Even on a day, like if sometimes my younger nephew, Luca, he'll want to challenge me. And I have to remind him that I know that I'm auntie, but I'm the boss right now. And this is what we're doing. This is how we're doing it. And he's like, okay, auntie. Yeah, but but it really does go, it really goes very well.
I love it.
Really does. It's fun.
I love it. So walk somebody, that's never been to Auntie's Italian Kitchen food truck. Walk me up to ordering.
Okay,
They
so
start with your brother.
Yep.
And what are they going to see?
they're going to see a board that shows all of what we offer. So our menu and the pricing. And then if there's any specials, they'll see the specials as well. Those will be right on the table where he is. And the board is, of course, on the truck, and that's where you can see the order. So they place their order. They get a ticket comes into the truck. We fill the order. And then depending, if it's a lot of things, you don't want to try to push that through the window. We'll come out of the truck and hand it to you. If it's something, a lot of times my husband will take it from us inside the truck. He'll take it from the window and give it to the person.
Bring it over to him.
And it's those little things that just make it so nice. It makes it like it's your family, like you're
Right.
feeding your family.
Right. Like your own Italian family. You're going and eating with your family. Yeah, exactly. This episode is powered by Red Arrow Diner. All 4 locations officially open around the clock. Swing by Manchester, Nashua, Concord, or Londonderry whenever hunger hits. From pancakes at 2 a.m. to fries and gravy for breakfast, we've got your cravings covered. Red Arrow, New Hampshire's favorite 24-hour diner tradition. So what else do you want people to know about Auntie's Italian Kitchen? Maybe a little bit more about the food. Like,
Sure.
Okay, we talked about eggplant parmesan, the rice balls, meat pie, chicken cutlets. I love chicken cutlets.
And this year too, I'm going to make chicken cutlet tenders because a chicken cutlet sandwich is sometimes too big for a child. But you give them the tenders, they can dip in the sauce. They're very happy.
Yes.
So I have added those as well. The other thing, I started doing a lot of catering. Like as we got into the fall and into November. And you're not bound by just what's on the menu. There was a company that reached out to me and said, we want to have a Thanksgiving dinner. Can you do a Thanksgiving dinner? I go, sure. And I made roast turkey, mashed potatoes, green beans, cranberry sauce, stuffing, biscuits, the whole.
Did you throw in a little Italian style or?
No, they were very strict on how they wanted things. So I did it, although I did do one stuffing with sausage, which I love. And I did the regular, just the bread stuffing. But, made everything. We went to their company in Burlington. We delivered it. And they loved it. They loved us pulling up with the auntie's truck. And they came out and they picked up all the trays and brought them in. And yeah, so that was really nice. We did a couple of employee appreciations where they wanted a certain menu. So I was like, sure. And I don't mind doing that.
Right.
Well, I really like the catering part of it because at first I was like, I don't get to see the people's reaction, like if they like it, because I really like that part too. But what I did get was a lot back from the people I had dealt with. A lot of times it's the HR person that's dealing with the food and caterer and things like that. And they were so quick to turn around and say, oh my gosh, everyone loved this. They can't believe this dinner was so good. So I'm really, really happy about that. I'm hoping that that really expands through the summer and the fall, because it's really something that's so, I don't know, I just find it easy. Like, that's really easy.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. I mean, just tell me the number and okay.
And you'll accommodate.
And I'll accommodate, exactly. And even the menu, I was reached out to by a company in Salem that was looking for luncheons for Mondays. They have Monday meetings, and they're looking for a luncheon to be delivered at a certain time on Monday. I was like, sure, no problem. And then they're going to have a couple of different employee appreciations. So I was like, yeah, absolutely. And they want to, they want me to make a particular menu. I was like, of course.
Okay. Now, last year you were at Peter's farm like a certain day.
We were there Friday and Saturday.
So is that going to still happen on top of the events?
Yeah,
or?
I think so. I mean, it'll depend on the timing of the event.
Right. So if you're at an event on that Friday, you're not obviously not going to be at Peter's farm.
Right. But I'm thinking of picking up Sundays at Peter's. Now, I know that's
right, because you weren't Sundays.
We were not there on Sundays. But what I was thinking was everybody likes Sunday dinner.
Mm-hmm.
And I thought, well, why not offer people Sunday dinner? Come and pick it up and bring it home.
That's a great idea.
Salad, bread, pasta, meatballs, sausage, cutlets, cannolis.
Okay, so you do cannolis too.
Oh yes. So yes, yeah, I do the
more on the menu.
Yeah,
let's talk a little bit more.
The mini cannolis with the chocolate chips, the chicken parm, the chicken cutlet special, which is delicious. It's chicken cutlet with roasted peppers, fresh mozzarella, and balsamic drizzle. That sandwich is really delicious.
Yum.
It really, really is delicious. And then the chicken cutlet with sauce and cheese, meatball sandwich, sausage, peppers and onions, the rice balls. Oh, caprese salad. Because in the summer, sometimes it's too heavy to eat, a dish of pasta.
Yeah.
It's too hot. It's too everything. But a nice salad with the chicken cutlet on top is pretty delicious.
Yeah.
And then also caprese sticks, so that you can it's just the tomato, the mozzarella, the basil, some, Italian dressing.
That's a great idea too. I love that. Yeah. You just pick it up and I love that. I love that. So what else do you want people to know about Auntie's Italian Kitchen? Okay. So you're going into your second year, which is really exciting. Where do you think you're going to see yourself after the second year? Like, what are you thinking?
Well, I'm expecting that we're going to get to a brick and mortar, not for a restaurant, but for catering, and takeout prepared meals. And that would be like our home base. And that would be nice to have that, more so in the winter or expand enough so that, well, you have the truck, you're out with the truck, I'm at the brick and mortar.
Right.
Or I'm out with the truck and you're at the brick and mortar. Whichever works. And nothing, I don't want anything too big. Because I don't want to get tied to that too much. I want it to be more of an asset to the truck, not the mainstay. I like the truck being the mainstay.
Right.
Because, you go, you have an event, it changes all the time. And that's what keeps it exciting.
I wish you'd do more things in Manchester.
I have applied for a few things, but I haven't gotten into anything yet. But I keep up on it. I keep doing it. I have to tell you, a challenge I have had is going from the worker, the cook, to being the owner and making sure that all the applications are out, all the, that I'm being diligent on the business side of it.
It's a lot of work.
It is a lot of work, but I'm getting better at it, which I think is great. And I can hear myself because I've had bosses that have come from the worker to the owner of the company. And I'm always on them I've always been on them to say, well, it's all well and good, but you have to do this. You need to focus on that. And now I realize how difficult that was.
You're hearing that in your head. And
I sure am.
Yeah.
Yeah. But, I'm getting better at it. So I like that part.
Well, give yourself a break. You had a great first year going into your second year and you're learning.
Yeah, exactly.
You're learning.
So it's just, and it's funny because, I just turned 65 this year. And that was just not that I never feel old. I never have. But
it's just a number.
Yeah, the number can be daunting. It can be
a little bit.
But You know what? Then I thought about it and I says, my gosh, you have just, started on this huge adventure with the truck last year. That's when I turned 65 was last year. And so many people are winding down that, I'm not going to work. I'm going to this, I'm going to that. I'm like, I can't, like one of my girlfriends said, why are you doing this? She said, I can't even imagine what you're thinking. And she goes, aren't you ready to retire? And I go, I don't think so. I said, I can't even imagine myself ever really retiring.
Yeah.
Like, I love working. I love being busy. I love doing stuff.
My dad's 85. He's up there.
Yeah. I mean,
every day he's here. And I used to be able to say he used to visit all the diners every day. It's not all the diners every day, but it's at least one or two every day.
And that's
every
amazing.
Single day, 7 days a week. I feel like that too. I sold the sewing store and trying to find my way back in here. And, it's like, I mean, I like it. Like you said, you love what you do. And,
it's not work.
It's not exactly.
And you look forward to it.
Yeah.
And when you have, I remember in the past I would get, somewhat, this is new, or get a little bit taken aback. Now I just jump right in. I don't have that anxiety or hesitation or anything. I'm so sure. And that's a great feel. That's a nice feeling when you're that sure.
Right.
Let's try
totally
this.
Is. Yeah. So do you and your husband go out to eat?
Absolutely.
So where are some of your favorite places?
So I have to say, we love to.
I mean, do you go to Italian places?
Yeah, we do. I mean, I like Italian food, and I like, I like when somebody cooks really well and I get to eat their food.
Right.
I get to sit down and somebody serves me and I didn't have to make it or clean up or anything. And one of our favorites is Trattoria Amalfi. I just loved it. Have you been?
No.
It is delicious. We lived in Boston. I lived in Boston for about 20 years. And I moved to Boston when I was younger. And I was there till I was about, I was there about 20 years. I started out at Beacon Hill and then I went to the North End. My husband cannot stand the city. When him and I met, I lived in the city and he lived south of Boston. The only thing he loved about coming to the city was going out to eat because we'd be home, we're parked, we just walk.
Right.
Just walk somewhere and go eat.
Like in the North End.
Exactly. So we had our little favorites and we never went on the weekend because that's when all the as we call them, the touristas are there. So we would go like on a Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday.
So you're a native Bostonian. Where are, you hear people say, the North End is all hyped. It's touristy. Where are the hidden gems?
Well, I think certainly the biggest hidden gem is modern pastry.
That's exactly what I was just going to say. They talk about, modern pastry, and then what's the other one? Mike's,
yeah.
Right. Like everybody would line up at Mike's, and then somebody said to us, go to modern. Okay.
Modern is incredible. It's so, so good. The food is delicious. The pastries, the cookies, the cakes, everything.
That is where we go now when we heard that. Okay, so what about a restaurant? Like a hidden gem Italian place in the North End?
I love Pagluca's. It's right on Parmenter Street. It is near Modern Pastry.
So what was it called?
Pagluca's. It's Paglucia. And it's
I haven't seen that one. Okay.
It's on Parmenter Street. It's Hanover and Parmenter.
Okay.
It's just a couple doors down on Parmenter on the left. And I've been going this. I've been going this since I was in my 20s. I mean, we just have always loved it. And, we've seen so many people come and go that we loved so much. And, because when you started in your 20s and you're in your 60s, well, the same people are no longer there.
Right.
They retire, they pass away, whatever happens, life happens.
I don't know if I told you this the last time. I don't remember. But we have a friend of the family, Scott. His grandfather was Prince Spaghetti.
Oh, okay.
And he is the one that holds the recipe.
Oh, wow.
So what he does every couple of years, he'll have a bunch of people over his house. And when I say a bunch of people, it's like usually 30, 35 of us, couple long tables. And my brother is always trying to get the recipe of those meatballs and stuff and his sauce. He hides the garbage so that nobody totally. And when you go into his house, he has like this certain area. it's like all the history of Prince Spaghetti.
That's
so it's kind of cool.
Yeah.
It's just like just kind of neat.
And the North End is just, there's other restaurants that I think are, very, very good. Cucina Italiano right on Hanover Street near the fire station. That's one of my other favorites.
What about pizza places? Any certain...
I have this...
they all talk about Pizza Regina.
I love it. I love Regina. But the best Regina is the one in the North End.
Okay.
You can go to the other ones. They're okay, but...
Isn't that funny how it is like that sometimes?
It is like that.
Yeah.
And I'm not sure.
And it is.
I don't know if it's the people, the oven, the technique.
It's kind of like the diners, we have four locations. Of course, I'm partial to the Manchester one because I've been there 39 years and it's been there for over 100 years. And I always say it's the charm, it's just different. But yeah, wow. All right. I love this. This is fun. So we're going to do, I don't remember if we did this the last time. Did we do a lightning round?
Oh, I don't know. I think we did.
Did we? Okay. I wasn't sure if I had started that when I had you on, but so we're just going to do a little lightning round. What was the biggest thing that you got wrong in year one?
Overcooking.
Ooh, okay.
But now I've learned to be efficient, to cryovac and freeze.
Perfect.
You can't go wrong.
There you go. Booth or counter?
Oh, that's a tough one. I would have to say counter.
Yeah, I'm a counter girl. We're
so much going on there.
Counter/bar. My husband and I, whenever we go anywhere, it's, bar, counter, and a diner. Because we always visit diners and they have to be at the counter. And preferably if I can be at the window so I can see the kitchen.
Yeah, no, yes.
I love that. I just love it.
Yeah.
Pan fries or hash browns?
Pan fries.
The dish you'd eat standing over the stove before it hits the table. Is it still pasta or meatballs?
It is.
It is.
I love pasta. I could eat it cold, hot. I love pasta.
Now, when you're home, do you make your own pasta?
I don't. It's a lot of work. I know that sounds crazy, but I love it too. I really do love it, but I haven't done it. I always did it with my mother. And part of that, because since she passed away, I just don't get that enjoyment out of it that I did when I did it with her. Like we used to always make raviolis for Easter. And I haven't made them since she passed. Yeah, I just don't. I don't feel it. I just don't feel it. So
I'm a gnocchi snob. I love gnocchi, homemade gnocchi. And I hate when you go places and they tell you it's homemade.
It's not.
And it's not. And I know the difference. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
Last week, my husband is the cook in the family. I do cook, but I used to cook a lot more, not so much anymore because he takes over, which is great.
Nice.
Wonderful. And last week he made a homemade sauce. First time he made a homemade
nice
spaghetti sauce.
Yeah.
He was so proud of himself and he made it into a meat sauce, it was delicious. Kind of looked like olive oil because it was a little light.
Yeah.
But he said he didn't put cream in it. So I don't know how that. Oh, you know what he said? I said, how? So I said, did you put cream? And he says, no. He used colored tomatoes, like the different colored tomatoes, and it made it look a little lighter.
You don't use all red and use some orange.
That's what he did. Yeah. And he made homemade gnocchi.
Oh, nice.
They were so good. They were so good.
Nice.
And those I was eating cold.
My godmother, she used to make them, and I would go over her house and I would spend Saturday with her. And she would get this tiny little pan, boil potatoes, take them out, let them get cold, and she'd make them right on the counter.
Yeah.
And oh my gosh, were they good?
Yeah. When they're made like that, homemade, they're like little pillows in your mouth.
They're not heavy.
Exactly.
They don't sit.
No, exactly. Yeah. Now I know the places around here that do it or don't do it, and there's not a whole lot that does. But I hate when they tell you, and I ask, are they homemade? Yes.
I would rather.
Are you sure?
No. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. Just tell me no. It's okay.
And it's fine. Exactly.
I may still get them, but I'll know what to expect.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah. Like when we went to Italy, I was I loved the gnocchi because it was
so
homemade. Yeah.
Yeah.
The other thing I ate a lot of, and you didn't talk about this. I don't know if you do this at all. Carbonara.
No, I don't.
Okay.
I don't do it. I'll do an Alfredo or carbonara if someone requests it.
Yeah.
But to have it as a staple on the truck, no.
Okay. Yeah, probably not.
It's a little bit too heavy, I think.
Yeah.
Well, maybe, maybe something as a special I could do in the September, October. That may be a better time. Yeah.
Yeah. let me know.
I will. Absolutely. Absolutely.
What is the most requested item on the food truck?
I would have to say meatballs and chicken cutlets kind of go neck and neck.
All right. One word for year 2 of Aunties.
Exciting.
Ooh, I love that.
Exciting.
If you could add one item to the menu tomorrow, what would it be?
I would have to say maybe my, well, I do it as a special, but it's broccoli with sausage and cheese on a pizza. It's a white pizza.
Ooh.
And it has the thing is, it's not mozzarella. It is mozzarella, but it's American cheese. And the American cheese makes it so creamy. It's unbelievable. It's delicious pizza.
Yum.
Yeah, it's very, very, very good.
So do you sometimes do pizza?
I do.
Ooh.
I do.
Okay. I'm a pizza
I'm
person.
a square pizza person.
Okay.
Yeah, not a round, but a square, yeah.
Okay, like Tripoli's?
Yeah, exactly.
I'm sure yours does not compare to, I'm sure yours is much better than Tripoli's.
Although I love Tripoli's. I grew up eating.
I like Tripoli's too. Remember, we went to the beach last week. We went to Brown's, and then, of course, you drive by Tripoli's, and I'm like, stop. I had to get my frozen ones to take
home. To take home. Yeah. That night when you don't want to cook and it's late.
Yeah, you throw one of those in the air fryer. I mean, it's like perfect. I love it. Go to order if you walk into the Red Arrow Diner at midnight.
That chocolate cream pie with the coconut. I'm telling you, I swear it calls my name.
Oh, that's funny.
It is so, I've never had a chocolate cream pie more delicious in my life.
Thank you.
I'm dying to try the American chop suey.
Oh, okay.
I have not tried that yet, and I love that meal.
Yep.
I'm dying to try that.
You know, when Guy Fieri visited, it was many years ago, like 18, it was like his end of the first season. He didn't even know what it was.
Really?
He did not know what American. It's around here, I guess. He's like, what is that? He didn't know what a whoopie pie was either. I'm like, you don't know what a whoopie pie is? Come on! Like, I thought that was so funny. You're at a food truck festival, and the truck next to you smells amazing. What is it?
I would say barbecue. I love a good barbecue.
Fun. Have you heard of Dead Proof Pizza?
Yes. Yeah.
Dante.
Yep.
Love that kid.
You know what? When I saw your pods on him and then him talking, I thought to myself, what a genuinely good person.
He is.
It is so rare. And
it is.
He was genuine too. When he was speaking, yeah, I
just had him on again. You and him are the first two that I've had repeat.
Oh, nice.
He was just on again. I love hearing the stories.
I told my husband I want to go because I said that everybody's talking about this.
Yeah.
To go, definitely.
Yes, for sure. He's now at Clam Haven.
Yes.
That's going to be like his permanent place, which I'm really happy about that. So when people found Auntie's Italian Kitchen for the first time in year 1, they got to meet you and the food and the story. But when they come back in year 2, what do you want them to feel? What is different about what you're offering them now?
Well, I want them to look at the new choices because that's where I got them, with people asking for them. So to realize that I've added their choices to the menu, to try them and see how good they taste, and to also have something that they had last year and taste it again and say, wow, it's still just as good.
I love that.
I think that's the compliment.
That's a huge compliment. It really is.
Yep.
It really, really is. All right. Well, thank you so much for coming on. I'm thrilled that you wanted to come back. I thought that was great. Auntie's Italian Kitchen, go find her, go follow her. And if you haven't been to the truck yet, what are you waiting for? Check out the schedule at auntiesitaliankitchen.com. Follow her on Instagram, Facebook at Auntie's Italian Kitchen. If you missed episode 19, go back and listen because that conversation is the beginning of a really great story. And to everyone watching and listening to Beyond the Plate, please hit that subscribe on YouTube, follow us on Instagram and Facebook, and share this with someone you know who would love this. New episodes pop up every Tuesday. Sue, thank you so much for coming on.
Thank you so much. This is so nice.
I can't wait to hear what's going to happen for year 3.
Oh, exactly. I can't wait for you to come to the truck.
Yes, I know. I have to do that. I definitely do. And I definitely will. So yes, thank you. Thank you so much.
Thank you.